AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe. You said it's not even close?
Where's homeboy at? He said, yo, what you talking about basketball? What you talking about rap for? I don't want to hear about rap. You're going to hear about rap now, motherfucker. What'd you say, AllBall?
You said it's not even close?
Locks is in my top 10.
You say some nut-ass shit. Woo!
I love the Locks. But for me, listen, I think
King's Speech was good.
I think MOBB Deep is one of the greatest rap duels of all time. Now, you know, I'm an old head, so you know I can get crazy and I can throw EPMD or Public Enemy in that slot. But I try to, you know, okay. But for me, if you asking me who's a better rap group, and I understand the infatuation with the Locks, right? I really understand it because those freestyles.
Infatuation?
Yeah.
Niggas is nice.
Yeah, I get it.
Niggas is nice.
No, once again, I just told you I love the Locks. MOBB Deep makes better albums and better music than the Locks. I'm sorry.
Which one of y'all? Oh, I like this. If y'all were the Locks, which one of y'all was Jada, who's Styles, and who's Sheik? I think AllBall is Jada. I don't know who Sheik is.
You ain't throwing that on me. Fuck out of here.
Nah, Free gotta be Styles because Styles is wild.
Styles P, you the more laid back.
Sheik is mad big. She could hold us down. I am not holding us down like shit.
Ghost, nigga.
Flea, I'm running.
Yeah, Sweet definitely the goal.
And telling. He did it.
Yeah.
And telling. Yep, and telling. We know.
He did it.
Running and telling. Leave it up to Ray.
He did it, officer.
So just real quick before we go, my top 5 greatest rap duels of all time. I would love to hear y'all's. We ain't got to expand on it or expound on it. For me, I got Run DMC number 1. I got NWA number 2. I got the Wu-Tang number 3. I got Outkast number 4. And I got MOBB Deep number 5. And then, you know, the next 5, of course, you're going to have EPMD. You're going to have the Locks. You're going to have Public Enemy. And, you know, but that's my top 5. And I'm going to say it again while y'all think about y'all top 5. MOBB Deep is better
Hold on. Because this is
than
what
the
it
Locks.
is. Oh, say it again. I'm sorry I cut you off.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Say what again? My top 5?
No, what you just said.
Because I ain't scared of Flea. Flea can sit there. We know he's Styles.
I didn't say a word.
Listen, hold on. I'm gonna be respectful. I'm not the UGK thing. I don't get it. And I love music. I listen to all kind of music. But I don't get the UGK love. I'm just being honest with you. And it ain't got nothing to do with me not being from down south because I love all of that music. Scarface, all of that. I don't get it. I'm sorry. Nigga said NWA got no classic album. This is what I'm saying, bro.
No, this is what I'm saying.
They don't have no classic album.
I don't know if the Locks got a classic album. And that's what I'm saying with you.
No.
Like, what
Locks
you're saying,
got one.
We are the streets.
They got I'm not. Is it a classic? I don't know.
I'm not arguing.
Okay, hold on. Flea. All right, but look. And she killed that out. And she kills that album. But when you say We Are the Streets, then you go to the Infamous, and them other 2 other albums MOBB Deep got. Dog.
It's not even close. It's not even close.
MOBB Deep's run is crazy. It's crazy. I
Bro,
made a mistake.
They don't listen.
Remember when CNN first got hot, people were saying like, "Yo, they got a classic." The War Report. I'm like,
regular
War Report is great.
Regular weed.
See what's the disrespect? How is that regular weed?
Regular. He said it's not even close with the Locks and MOBB Deep. I say Capone and Nori is regular weed. I'm being disrespectful. All right.
That is disrespectful. That's not regular. What they did wasn't regular. My man was in jail and they had dropped 2 joints.
Great.
Their second album was crazy too. I'm just saying, MOBB Deep, both of them. I don't know if they're as nice as Jada, but Prodigy at that time, hold on. Prodigy was hotter than Jay-Z wasn't at that time. Prodigy was hotter than
Oh my God.
everybody. Prodigy was, listen, the way we respected Prodigy back then in 95.
Can you play the P album, the one classic P album? Can you play that straight through right now if you wanted to?
That shit was never classic, and people overhyped that.
Okay. Okay.
But they still had like 3 or 4 straight albums that were like, oh shit, this is crazy. And Havoc doesn't get enough credit.
Hav is a better producer than he is a rapper. That's why I feel like
yes,
it's not even close. Is a little much because Hav can rap, but I just think his production level is way better than who he was as a rapper.
That's
100%. I agree to that.
Because now we comparing their individual albums, like Locks, Rough Riders had a country on lock for a minute, and then you say, Capone was nicer than Nori. Of course he was nicer, but if I'm not signing Capone over Nori. Nori's making hits. Nori for a guy he's not nice, but he's making hits. Give me that guy.
But hold on,
he's funny.
But hold on, I throw Monkey Wrench in. This big shout out Monkey Wrench, no pun intended. Capone was not better than Nori. No matter how much we think Nori was whatever, Capone wasn't better than Nori. I'm sorry. I'm not going with that because he may have sounded, no, he wasn't better than Nori. But I'm going to say this. This is why Jada Kiss is not in my top 5 greatest MCs of all time. I think to be considered the GOAT, you have to have at least one classic album. Jada Kiss doesn't have a classic album. His solo album was mediocre.
To you,
the first one was dope. Yeah, the first one was dope. I don't care about the rest of them. Yeah,
Kiss the Game Goodbye.
It was dope.
It
was okay. It was a classic. No, it was a classic.
Nah, it was a classic.
It was a classic.
Probably not.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't think every
GOAT.
I don't think every top 5. If you got a top 5 MC, that's debatable. I don't think every top 5 MC has a classic.
All right, Laura, hold on. Let's
hold on. Name a top 5 rapper of all time without a classic album
that don't have a classic album.
I mean, I'm not a Pac guy. Y'all, just the biggest Pac fan is on the screen with me. I'm not a Pac guy, so you're not going to get me to say one of these Pac albums is classic. I'm not going to.
Hold on. Name whatever rapper you want, and Machiavelli is right there with it. I don't care what album you got. You listen, half
Me Against the
All Eyes
World,
on Me. I don't think Me Against the World is a classic. I think people got it up there. All right, cool. But once he got the production, because I don't disrespect Easy MOBB, respect to you. No disrespect. He's from Brooklyn, shout out to you. But once you got that new gangster flavor shit with a guy like that, but you're a Pac hater. And
I'm not a Pac hater. I think he's overrated. I don't hate him. I think he's great at what he did, but I think he gets grossly overrated, like as a rapper. Like he was good, but be cool. He's a poet. Go do some spoken word. I don't want to hear you rap, nigga. You all right.
No, none of your favorite rappers come out with a Dear Mama, Keep Your Head Up, and then a Hail Mary.
Harlem in the building. That's right. Big Harlem.
First.
Yo.
Brian Arnold, what's going on, man? Yo, shout out to all the members in the building. Mr. Dagger Status, Brian Arnold. You might have a different name than before. King's Speech Pac is overrated.
Nigga said Biggie overrated. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, nigga said Biggie overrated. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, you gotta respect people's opinions because the shit I say sometimes is out of control. So I don't knock nobody for their opinions. I just feel, to me, that's what whole Jake. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He said,
he's about to say something.
Sugarman's on some bullshit. Dear Mama was some bullshit. I'll tell you, listen, please. I'm gonna tell you like this. Listen, when I tell you, I'm the biggest Pac fan of all time. Yes, old boy. When I tell you, Brenda's Got a Baby is the most dramatically overrated shit I heard in my life. I hate that song.
They interviewed the kid that the baby was about, right?
Jeff Pearlman. Jeff Pearlman's a hell of a journalist.
Yeah,
he does some dope work.
That's right, Flea.
Facts.
So and the way I think of this shit, when you talk about this 1,000 years from now, that might be the guy that they come up when you talk about hip hop. His story is too. It's 30 years later. They still writing books about him.
That is fine. I'm not arguing that. The story is cool. The story is fire. But I'm not popping the Pac album on and getting in the whip to bump no Pac shit in my whip.
Can I say?
I'm not.
Can I say something blasphemous before we start Knicks Rehab? And y'all tell me if I'm bugging.
No, you can't.
Hold on. He said, yo. He said, hold on. He said, yo, from the grave, Pac reunited Brenda and the baby, dog. And nobody's fucking with him. He's a different level.
And the baby.
Before we get started, give me all three of us up here. Nobody ducking the smoke. Give me, in your opinion, the most overrated rap duo of all time.
Overrated?
Overrated rap.
Bro, overrated. Like, no, right. Like, so you see how Flea say Pac is overrated? Give me who you think is overrated, in your opinion. Because we talk about rap groups. I don't want to take it this.
Yeah.
I don't know who's overrated. You got someone in mind?
Yeah.
Hold on, please. Because
I get killed for it.
Who's the most overrated rap duo of all time?
My opinion, Tribe Called Quest. The praise that Tribe Called Quest get is insane. Insane.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that'll go ahead.
No. I'm like, I don't want to elaborate on it because we got to do Knicks Rehab.
Hold on. The Migos is three people. Hold on. Tribe Called Quest is not a duo.
No, I'm saying rap group. I didn't mean duo. I'm saying rap group because we started out.
You keep going back and forth. People are confused. You keep saying greatest duo or greatest, you know what I'm saying? Greatest group.
Rap group, rap group, y'all. Okay. I'm sorry. Duo. My apologies. Rap group. Tribe is nice, but I'm gonna be honest. The praise that they get, I don't get it. I really don't. Just how Flea say you don't get the praise that Tribe Called Quest gets. I'm sorry.
I don't.
I'm 48 years old. I've been around and heard all of that shit. I don't get it.
I don't. In the era where
I like them though.
And NWA takes over and everything's starting to become gangster, and Tribe Called Quest drops something that everybody loves. You can't deny their hits. That Q-Tip, another guy, doesn't get credit for being one of the. And I'm not even a fan. I never
being one of the
what?
Being one of the. No, you about to say he don't get credit for being one of the what?
Greatest producers of all time.
Producers, produce his ass off.
All right.
I mean, and Phife Dawg could spit, but it wasn't. But they still were dropping something like, they were in the ilk of, Kanye. I guess Kanye before Kanye, and what's the group? My buddy group.
De La Soul.
De La Soul.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Okay, De La Soul and all of
them.
Like, I'm not listening to that. I'll listen to Tribe before all of that. Right.
No, Tribe is dope. I'm just saying, for me, I will put them in my top 10 just off the respect.
Wait. Like said, De La Soul is regular weed.
But Capone Noriega is that shit. Y'all don't want
to
listen. War Report, nigga. Listen, bro. I'm just saying.
Onyx is.
Let's get the show started.
Get Onyx the fuck out of here.
Nah, you wildin'.
Let's get the show started.
You're wildin'. Back the fuck up.
That album was tough.
Onyx.
Yeah. And Sticky was nice. Hold on, Sticky figure. And when I tell you, I kind of hated them on the low. Big Baby Sports, what's going on, man? Shout out to the members in here, man. Underrated is the Dog Pound. So Pac is whack, but the Dog Pound is underrated. Dog Pound have a dope album. They have a dope album. Not gonna lie to you. You're not gonna like that West Coast, cuz. I get it, Flea.
I like a lot of West Coast shit. Except Pac. Where is he from? Matter of fact, is he from Harlem? Is he from Baltimore? Is he from LA? Where the nigga from?
He's from everywhere. He's a universal.
Where's he from?
Universal. Stop shitting on my man.
Let's go.
I ain't got nothing else to say about that nigga.
The real GOAT. So MOBB Deep is top 5 groups of all time. The Locks are overrated in all balls.
For me, no. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I never said that. Don't do that.
Yo, OG, he's nasty. Yo, he's terrible. Yo.
Yeah, don't do that.
Listen, cuz.
Don't do that.
Listen, cuz. Listen, cuz. You know who might be overrated?
That nigga.
What?
That's why they put niggas in different cells. Because if we was in the same cell, I'll be kicking your ass. Shut up. You.
Yo, dog, listen. I'm a fiery Latino. I'm a fiery Latino.
Most of y'all niggas act like y'all are.
I know.
Most of y'all niggas act like y'all are. Stretch. Go ahead. You're gonna need to.
I would have had you. You know what I mean?
Get your glasses together.
Whatever the chumps do in jail, you do that shit when I'm around. That's what you're gonna do. I never been there, so I wouldn't know. Get your hand out my pocket. Overrated. You know, might be overrated. Knicks
Rehab. I said I go glasses every win, right? I said I go glasses every win. We got a win last night, y'all. Ugly, but we got it. Got an ugly one.
Did we really get a win? Was that a win?
I want to move on.
Physically it was, but mentally, was that a win?
Yo,
we scored more than they did. That's a win.
Yo, Kingsby, we trying to move on, man. He said couldn't play was overrated. That's bad disrespect. Yo, play with smacking dudes out here in these streets. He had to turn.
That was a good one.
That was
crazy.
That was a good one. But you know what? They trends.
They trendsetters.
No, read that. Damn, my shit bad.
Which one? Horrible. I thought you blanked
read
out. Come in and out. Which one? It's safe to say Verizon, please.
Verizon OG.
They say got the Metro PCS Wi-Fi. It's crazy. He said, "Oh boy, got the Boost Mobile Wi-Fi. He got Nextel Wi-Fi. Why is Flea jumping off the screen? What a chump! I told you he'll be a chump if we locked up. This guy's a chump.
I'm right here. I'm right here. Put me back up. Pull me back up on screen.
Excuse me. I'm talking. You
pull me back up on screen.
Excuse me, chump.
Pull me back up on screen. Talking fly. If we was in the cell, I'd up it on you right in front of all them niggas.
You might get the first win. And after that,
no, the first and only one.
Don't go to sleep.
Then I'm telling you, get this nigga out of here.
Yeah,
is that better?
Way better.
Yeah.
Which comment you wanted to read? Did you want to read?
He said he's a Sixers fan and hate the Knicks, but he rocks with us. I just love, man, much respect. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Well, I read it. He said,
just real.
What's that? Hashtag just real, hashtag 215. I'm a Sixers fan. I hate the Knicks. I'm not gonna lie, but I bangs with y'all. Big brother, you don't know how much that mean to us. Because I'm gonna tell you this. I can't stand y'all. I hate the Sixers. But you rocking with us, we rock with you heavy, man. Man, that makes us feel so much good, so much better. Appreciate you, my brother. That's dope, man. I love it. I love comments like that.
Especially since this guy wished the worst on all Sixers fans. I'm not revisiting that. Your man is bananas. And then hold on, Flea. He has the nerve. He has the nerve to ever be so worried about what you and I are going to say on the screen.
Hey, Flea, how's Embiid been doing since I said that? Get the show started, man.
Paul George started 4 for 4 tonight, y'all.
Here we go. See, the Paul George scam has began.
That's the audition. Get him out of there.
Yo, dog. May be the greatest scammer of all time. Big Knicks, big win. Woo, or was it? Straight struggles. 113-111 victory by your Knicks. They hold off the Mavs. Hold off. We held them off. Or did Big Blue hold them off? You know Big Blue. Them refs. Finally had them in our pocket. Yeah, Dolan. Get that money up. 16 for Mikal Bridges in 35 minutes of action. 3 steals, 6 assists, 7 to 13 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3, 1 for 2 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3, 1 for 2 from the field. Pay attention to that. That's a constant theme in this game, folks. 18 points for Karl-Anthony Towns, 14 rebounds, 6 assists. I think he's still tied with Jokic for most double-doubles in the NBA. He had 2 steals, 1 very good steal that led to like a free throw attempt. 6 of 16 from the field, 1 for 6 from 3. Yuck. 3 points for Mitchell Robinson in 21 minutes of action, 8 rebounds, minus 12 in the plus-minus zone. 9 points for Landry Shamet. 2 big 3-pointers at the end of the game, and of course, two big free throw misses at the end of the game. 28 points for Jalen Brunson. 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 11 of 23 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Interesting. One of those free throw misses was at the end of the game where we could have went up 3, where the Mavs went bananas damn near and almost took us to overtime. 16 points for Josh Hart off the bench, 30 minutes played. 10 rebounds for him, double-double for him, another double-double, another one. 5 fouls, though. What you doing? 4 points for Yabu Sali, who shot 5 3-pointers and missed all of them. Come on, Yabu. 11 points for Deuce, 3 of 10 from the field, 4 of 12 from the field. I don't know about y'all, but I wasn't too impressed with him defensively. I'm glad he scored the way that he did. -8 in that plus-minus game. Jordan Clarkson, 8 points, 2 of 5 from the field in 20 minutes of action. He is free throws 4 or 5. The Knicks were 19 of 35 from the free throw line, 12 of 42 from the 3-point line. In total, they were 44% from the field, with 113 points scored. The Mavericks, you had 5 guys with double figures, 23 for D'Angelo Russell, 23 for Najee Marshall. We'll get to that in a second. We'll revisit Mr. Najee Marshall's name in a couple of seconds. 11 points for Jaden Hardy. And of course, Brandon Williams, who was 2-11 from the field with 9 points, but almost at the game-tying basket. They shot 36% from the field, 41% from the field. They had 50 rebounds. The rebound battle, they won by 1. Crazy. 17 turnovers from the Mavs to the Knicks, 9. Incredible. Let me get to these game charts real quick. You see how the lead changes. There were 16 of them. The Mavs were leading from pretty much more of the game than the Knicks were. And you see it there. We were out-rebounded 50-49. Assists, we won that 127-23. We had more blocks, 10-5. Turnovers, we won the turnover battle, which is important. But you see here the key figures, man. 44% from the field, 28% from 3, 54% from the free throw line. I have to repeat that. Jesus Christ. Half of our free throws we almost missed, and Mitchell Robinson ain't shoot 20 of them. Where we at with this? All ball. Dear Lord. Have mercy. We win, but it barely feels like a win, and the whole world knows it. What's your reaction to this ball game?
Quick question. How am I looking on the screen? Is it looking terrible?
Amazing.
So, this is, first and foremost, let me say, got to take the win. It was on the road. But this is what I've been talking about these last couple games. I have some concerns. Now, you do, when you play against teams that's just depleted and they don't have nobody, what I always say, the most dangerous animal is a wounded animal. So, you have some games where no matter how good or how talented you are, a team can just be on fire, right? So for me, I understand that Dallas wasn't going to lay down. You got some young guys and they want to play and get contracts and stay on the roster. But for us to struggle like that yesterday was concerning. Now I see why y'all said Brunson has to come back. And that's the problem I have with our guys. I'm starting to really be, as a game by game goes, I'm really starting to be overcat. Like, seriously. Like, it's to the point where it's like, yo, bro, what you're doing is not helping us. The double-doubles, it sound good. I don't know when the last time Cat had a important big rebound or offensive big rebound. When has he made a defensive shot? When has he done anything important besides hit a 3-point shot? I don't. So for me, yesterday, it shouldn't have went down to the wire. It shouldn't have came to that call. It shouldn't have came to none of that. It's very concerning. And last night, us missing OG shouldn't have looked like that. It shouldn't have looked like that. I can't blame that on Mike Brown. Y'all guys are on the floor. We are the better team, the more talented team, and to struggle to get a win in Dallas with no Kyrie, no Cooper, no AD. Nah. And this is what's been going on with our Knicks for the last couple seasons where we play teams and guys that we don't know. We used to make fun of this. Guys that we don't know always have great games against the Knicks. And it's just like, yo, how are we going to compete for a championship if games like this is going to be tough for us? I'm putting this on Cat. I'm sorry. The reason why Brunson has to come back, and Brunson looked good yesterday, looked like he came down a little bit as far as weight. His ankle didn't look bad, but I blame this on Cat. If Cat can hold it down, then we'll be all right. But it ain't about bashing Cat. Like, what are y'all watching? This is why I like sometimes when I don't see the comments. Because it's like, yo, is it bashing or is it being honest? Is Cat right now playing all-star level basketball? Is he playing all NBA third team, which I think he was last season? Is he playing all NBA third team basketball? Like, come on, bro. If we gonna keep it real, let's keep it real. This season so far, Cat is not it. I'm watching everybody else take a leap. Do y'all see what the Joker and SGA is doing? Do you see what Luke, like, do you see what everybody is doing? You see what Brunson has been doing lately, even though, we just the first one on the road? Cat ain't taking a step up. So for me, last night, like I said, we won physically, but mentally, I don't count that as a win. That's a problem. And I'm telling y'all, Mike Brown is going to be the scapegoat. This is going to go down to Mike Brown and Cat. Simple and plain. It ain't, like I said, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Deuce, those guys ain't got the power to get rid of a coach or really cause some concern or some mess. This comes down to Cat and Mike Brown. I'm sorry. And they need to get it together. Because if they don't, we will not be in the finals this coming season. That's just what it is. And for me, everybody that's complaining about bashing Cat, what's we supposed to bash? Josh Hart double-doubles. Deuce come off the bench, hits big shot after big shot. Shimmy. Big shot after big shot. Mikal Bridges is now being consistent. That 16 to 20 range. Brunson, we already know what he brings to the table. Who else we supposed to what are we supposed to do? So for me, listen, I didn't like how that game was played, and I'm very concerned. And Flea, you was 100% correct. All of these games, we could lose. And last night proved it. We have to play our asses off to beat teams that don't have nobody. Insane. And for us to be Knicks fans and don't have no type of concern and watch last night's game and really be up here talking about, well, why we this and why we that? I'm trying to win a championship. What are y'all trying to do? Go back to the conference finals and be, look, yo, we got it back-to-back finals. What do we want? So for me, Flea, I'm gonna let you cook. I think this season, Cat and Mike Brown is on the hot seat, straight up and down. And last night was very dangerous. If we lose that game, come on, bro. Come on, bro. No Cooper Flag, no AD, no Kyrie. Play a shell of himself. Who's these other niggas? And it goes down to the wire. So listen, man, I love y'all in the chat. Big shout out to Tori B. I love you. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy. I just seen it in the comments. Big shout out to the whole chat. Hit that like button, share, like, subscribe. But Flea, I'm gonna let you cook. I don't understand how people are not concerned about what we saw last night and what we have been seeing on the road with our Knicks. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
Flea, do you get it? Do you have any solutions for us? With your basketball wisdom, can you provide us with some solace and some optimism, my brother?
I'm optimistic. Yeah, I don't never get too high, never get too low. We 9-5 now with a new head coach. We 9-5 with a new head coach and early season injuries. See, for me, I look at this thing completely different. We shot like shit last night. We shot horrible from the field, from the free throw line. We were sped up. Like, we just didn't look in any rhythm at all last night. We still won the game. So for me, that tells me that in the face of adversity, when things are not going our way, because things are not going to go our way when we play Denver. Things are not going to go our way when we play Minnesota and OKC and Golden State and all the Houston and all the other upper echelon teams. So when things are not going our way, how are we going to find ways to win? We're not hitting shots. We at the free throw line. We can't hit free throws. How are we going to find ways to win? Oh, okay, Landry Shamet, you're going to hit 2 big threes for us. Oh, okay, second half of the game, Deuce McBride, you're going to wake up. Okay, D'Angelo Russell, he's kicking our ass in the third quarter. We find a way to shut his water off in the fourth quarter. Like, how are we going to find ways to win? And last night we found a way to win, right? Okay, no Kyrie Irving, no Anthony Davis, no Cooper Flag. For me, I don't care about that. The guys in front of me are here for a reason. They in the NBA, they got to play, and we got to go out and get a win. They're well coached. They have the coach that you two niggas wanted so bad. So they are well coached. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand the panic.
Try to keep it straight
right
face.
now.
You go laugh.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Man.
Yo, I don't understand the panic right now. Well, again, we are 9-5. We are 9-5. OG Anunoby is hurt again. Brunson gets an early season injury. We have a brand new coach implementing a new system. Like, come on, y'all. Like, we got to be fair about where we are. We can be critical because that's what we do here. But if you're telling me that we gutted out a win, we figured out a way to gut out a win, I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at that, especially when everything wasn't going our way. They went to the huddle, and Mike Brown said, we got to find D'Lo. Find D'Lo. D'Angelo Russell? So on a night that D'Angelo Russell is kicking our ass in the second half of a game, we find a way to win. I just think if you start setting habits on finding ways to win, that's going to carry over into late game situations. We don't have to be great right now in November. We need to be great in April, May. God willing, we playing in June. We need to be great then. Right now, we're not great. We didn't hit a rhythm. We didn't hit shots. I thought we forced a lot of shots. I don't like the fact that we've become a three-point shooting team, like overly shooting the three. It doesn't look like the makeup of our team is that. Like, you do that when you have shooting. You do that when you have guys that shoot 38, 39, 40, 41% from three. We are trying to force, which I don't really like from Mike Brown. We're trying to force a system on a team that I don't think the makeup is for that. We don't have a bunch of shooters. We have one guy or a couple of guys that can hit shots. They're not even considered shooters. Landry Shamet's not considered a shooter. Neither is Deuce McBride. But now you forced in Josh Hart to become a perimeter shooter. Now you're asking OG Anunoby to become a 3-and-D guy. Now you're asking Mikal Bridges to be a three-point shooter. These niggas are basketball players. These niggas are not knockdown shooters. This is not Duncan Robinson. This is not Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. These guys are not shooters. So is that the only concern I have is the style of play that we're playing, the system that we're playing, I don't think fits our personnel. So that may be an issue going forward. But if we got some nuts and figured out how to beat a team that almost beat us, I'll take the win. And the phantom offensive foul call at the end. Don't call that at the end of the game. Don't fucking call that. Thank you. I want the win, but I'm a basketball player too. Don't fucking call that. Are you fucking kidding me? Don't call that. Landry Shamet bumped him before he throws the hook. Like, don't call that. I would have been pissed from a basketball perspective. Get the win. We need it. But that's a shit call at the end of a game.
I agree with that. I don't understand. You know, that's what made it look like a gift was the call. The end of that game, I'll try to break it down as best as I can. The Knicks, we ended up with, I forgot how we ended up doing everything. Mitchell Robinson got subbed in during the I think a free throw attempt or a timeout by the Mavericks. We get the offensive rebound or defensive rebound. Quickly call a timeout. Josh Hart called a timeout. Get him to the bench. That was a good substitution pattern by Mike Brown at the end of the game, I believe. Then he put in Mitchell Robinson back in there and to defend for the defensive end after the free throws. I forgot who shot the free throws. Mitchell Robinson gets another defensive rebound, gets fouled this time. Of course, he misses both free throws. Mavericks, I think, miss another shot. So I think that was all good till the Knicks get the ball. They get fouled immediately. Shamet missed the 2 free throws. Brunson missed the free throw. Then the Knicks were able to go back down court, or Mavs were able to go back down court and pull off a damn near a miracle victory there. But I just felt like maybe Mitchell Robinson should have been there at the end of the game, guarding Derek Lively. Derek Lively's not going to shoot a 3-pointer. He's not going to go across half court and do anything with him. I don't understand why he wasn't in the game if you've been subbing him in the entire time of that pattern. But they got the inbounds to Derek Lively damn near half court. He jumps up like Calvin Johnson in his prime and dumps the ball off to Williams to try to get that miracle play. So I thought Mike Brown is he's learning his personnel, and that real time action of substituting. That's some video games you got to be ready for. And I don't know if I liked most of it, but I didn't like Mitchell Robinson not being there for the most important defensive possession of the game, especially during this tenure of the season. But apart from that, it was starting. If we hit our free throws, it doesn't matter. Like both sides messed up on there. The Shamet minutes, obviously in the fourth quarter, he looks amazing hitting the 3-pointers, missing the free throws. I wasn't big on Clarkson when we got him, but he makes a lot of plays, and he's the only guy that does what AllBall wants, which is dump the ball and get something for Mitchell Robinson. Something for Mitchell. He throws it up immediately, and nobody's able to look up at him. And Cat sometimes does that. I forgot to mention that last game with the pass that he threw to Mitchell Robinson after like a pick. Mitchell Robinson either set a pick and he dove. We went to the paint, and Cat was able to dump it off to Mitchell Robinson with the advantage that he had in the paint. I totally agree with you, Flea. And Richard Jefferson pointed that out in the broadcast. He said, "Yo, I don't like the way the Knicks are searching for 3-point shots. You guys are way too talented to be searching for threes, hunting for threes. However you want to put it."
Ray, they give up layups. You give up layups for, yes, an uncontested shot, but you giving up an uncontested shot to Josh Hart. If I was playing and Josh Hart was wide open for a 3, I would let him shoot the shit and not run out there and contest. And who the hell am I? You know what I'm saying? So, like, the personnel is not suited. We don't have any Keegan Murrays. We don't have any what's my son, the white boy, Kevin Herters. We don't have any, Malik Monks. We don't have any of those shooters that he was utilizing over there in Sacramento, where he came from most recently on the bench in Golden State, where he's in practice watching Klay Thompson and Steph Curry shoot all night long. We don't have that. You can't manufacture that as just because that's what you want to run.
But that's the part I totally disagree with you on. Jalen Brunson's a great catch and shoot 3-point shooter. Karl-Anthony Towns is supposed to be the best big man shooter of all time. He's been struggling with that. And I think that's part of, like, all right, you want Karl-Anthony Towns to figure out which 5 spots on the floor he's going to start engineering an offense from, which I'm with that. But there was one possession where Karl-Anthony Towns got the ball like damn near from the corner and waited for the double team. It's like, bro, you're not in the paint. That's not where you should be dictating the double team from. It's too hard for you to get that skip pass across the court. There's too much ground to make up for with a pass that could lead to a turnover. And I think there's not enough of Karl-Anthony Towns establishing anything in the paint to get going with his rhythm, get some sweat going, and just put the teams in foul trouble before you ever start thinking about the 3-point line. Like, I get there's a record amount of 3-point shots that are being shot in the NBA this season. Yes, I get we're now modernized as an NBA team. All right, cool. But it's still, you develop that rhythm with the modern NBA, but there's just no Karl-Anthony Towns, we can't even get an entry pass to him. An entry pass to him. He had a crazy mismatch. I forgot against who. Anybody should be a mismatch against him. He caught an ill dunk against Gafford, but it's not. And a part of it is Towns, of course, because he plays like a cat. And the other part of it is Mike Brown got to say these 5 spots on the floor are way too far off from your advantage. Your biggest advantage is the fact that you have this skill set with your hands. Like Chris Webber, who used to piss me off shooting that much. You could pass from anywhere. Anywhere. You're that talented. Get the double team, triple team in the paint. You're gonna put these guys in foul trouble. And Mike Brown, he's chugging the team along with the modern NBA style. Excuse me. But I don't see the traditional NBA style with 2 big men on your team. I don't see it enough. So I love that you said that, Flea, about the whole 3-point shooting thing. We're doing way too much of it, especially when we shoot 12 of 36 or whatever it was. I don't see us having a rhythm in it, and it's not enough of the pick and roll action with Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson. He threw a great behind the back pass to Karl-Anthony Towns for him to get that dunk on Gafford, but these guys can shoot. These guys can shoot, and they're not getting shots in their rhythm. OG can shoot from that corner, lights out. Mikal Bridges is lights out from the corner. Above the break, he's trash.
And that's the difference right there. Shooters can shoot everywhere. If you are a great shooter, anywhere on the floor, you can be able to shoot. The league has become copycat, trying to copy, being able to muster up more possessions, which give you opportunities to get more three. But you take more threes, you get longer rebounds, and now you could get out in transition, which could create layups. We watched Jordan Clarkson on a 2-on-1 fast break last night pull up for a 3 in transition. We could have got a layup. And you know exactly the play I'm talking about, OG. He pulled up for a 3 in transition, and
terrible.
Kids are watching.
That shit
kids
looked
in
terrible.
the stands watch. Come on, I want to kick the TV. Kids are watching. But people are trying to learn how to play the game of basketball, and we're talking about we got shooters. No, we have guys that can hit shots. We don't have shooters. OG can hit shots. Mikal Bridges can hit shots. Jordan Clarkson can hit shots. Brunson can hit shots. We don't have shooters. There's a difference. There's a vast difference.
And you really don't think Shaman she's a shooter?
I said that's the one guy that maybe we could consider him to be a knockdown shooter. And when you level him up against the best of the best in the league, he's towards the bottom. So I'm just saying our personnel is not aligned to be acting like we could take 53s, 63s a night. It's just not.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's a coaching thing. And I 100% agree. We don't have one shoot on the team. Our guys are streaky. They got to get a rhythm to hit some shots. Like guys hit some clutch shots, but it's almost like desperation. But as far as like a guy that you can actually run a play for and is basically knocked down, I don't think we have those guys. And I think we're depending on a 3-point shot way too much. And Mike Brown come over here and he's trying to implement is looking like a Golden State Warriors system. The difference is we don't have Klay Thompson. We don't have Steph Curry. We don't have those guys. So for me,
even a Malik Beasley. OG.
Right.
Even somebody of that caliber, we don't even have that. So
I agree.
But you don't think Karl-Anthony Towns, before we acquired Karl-Anthony Towns, you don't think he was in this caliber? He was in this field.
He's our center. He's our center, right? I'm not gonna compare him to the rest of the league in terms of guys that take volume threes. I don't want my center being compared to a Malik Beasley in terms of shooting threes. I don't.
Not Malik Beasley, but if you have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, how far off was Karl-Anthony Towns on that list when he was coming to the Knicks? For me, I understood his game. I thought he was way too content, but AllBall's the guy that wanted him here. So to say now, like, this is the guy that you thought would be the Klay Thompson type, at least in the system or whatever, next to Jalen Brunson, you would have expected way more open shots for him. He's he had Ant-Man, but now you got an Ant-Man type. These another All NBA MVP caliber dude. sitting next to Karl-Anthony Towns. You didn't expect at least Klay Thompson-ish shooting from Karl-Anthony Towns?
Honestly, no. And the reason why I always wanted Carl over Randall, I just thought he was a better overall player. And I thought the fit, which it seems like still the fit to me is better. I thought he would stretch the floor more. I don't have no problem with him shooting threes, but it seems like now that's all he wants to do. Like literally, that's all he wants to do. Now, once in a while, he'll get the ball and go to the basket. But as far as like the post up to make the game easier for guys, like I said, I just think we depend on the three way too much for us to not have legit knockdown shooters. I agree with Fleet. Can guys knock them down? Yes. But are y'all legit Duncan Robinson type guys? No. And I think that shit is gonna bite us, paws in the ass once again. He's trying to implement. I get it. Speed up the game. Come with the times. I get that. I'm not arguing with that. But to try to make us, because it seems like he's trying to make us a 3-point shooting team. That's my thing. So when Jordan Clarkson did what he did yesterday, you did that because you're comfortable with the coach, understanding that that's cool. That shit look bad. Like when certain players do it, it looks neat. It looks cool. When Jordan Clarkson did that shit, it just looked disgusting. But like I said, for me, I'm always wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, for us to want to compete for a championship, I think the window for us is right now as far as the East. I think the East is, a lot of injuries, things going on. I think us being healthy, we should be one of the better teams. But the way it's looking right now, I just I don't like it. I don't like the wins. Excuse me, I don't like the losses that we have. Like I said, one win on the road against a Dallas team that's jack shit. Nah,
we don't like our wins, Flea. We don't like our wins either.
Yeah, what you said we are 9-5? Nah, I'm not. And you Flea, I lay to death. I'm not going. You know me. I'm not going with the knew this, knew that. Nah, bro. These niggas been together. What is it going to take for Mike Brown, bro? It's been 14 games. Yabusele shouldn't be in the game, bro.
Well, Flea, go ahead, Flea, because I wanted to ask.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna blow a gasket with trying to understand why people don't understand what we're talking about with shooting. Like this. Go ahead. Oh, go ahead, Fabian.
Well, I disagree with y'all. I think again, it's not the shooting that's problematic to me. It's the way we're getting the shots. Like, all right, this system is you're trying to implement some system that, like, Karl-Anthony Towns, what system has he ever participated in that would look like this? And the shit that he was doing with Chris Finch, there was a lot of things that he would implement. But again, that means that now he's going to be your number 1 or number 2 guy. So how do you make him that? By pushing him out to the 3-point line and getting a double, triple team from out there. His dribble handoffs is trash. There's a lot of shit that's trash with him with these plays. And if he's not comfortable doing that, what are the plays that he's been comfortable doing? How has he been going off ball in Minnesota? Go back to the Minnesota tapes. Forget the Knicks. Because that last season in Minnesota is where they started getting them off. And he said, you know what? You're not a great defender, but if we have Joker out here, you can be the Joker stopper. And this situational stuff, I think we have way too much invested in Karl-Anthony Towns. It was easy to do that with previous players from 2 seasons ago. Underrated, of course. And it's harder to do that with a target on your back with a Karl-Anthony Towns who's never shown to be MVP kind of guy. And that's the kind of guy you got to be in any kind of system to prove yourself to these numbers that you want. And because I disagree with that. There's no way you can't tell me that having Mikal Bridges in the corner and OG in another corner is not an open court. That's too crazy. And Jalen Brunson can really shoot. And then when you add Shaman, it's like, bro, that's too many guys that we can get the ball to get a wide open shot and be a threat from out there. I have to disagree with that. And I'm not gonna blame Mike Brown. It's a combination of everybody at this point because missing free throws is crazy. And you said a wounded animal earlier, AllBall. Mavs ain't no damn animals. Without Cooper Flag, we should have won by 10.
They look like some dogs out there last night. I'm just saying,
we missed 16 free throws.
Yeah, and it still shouldn't have been close, bro. Look at the team that they had out there. Like, I'm gonna let y'all cook. I'm just saying, we had Brunson and Pat last night. We had everybody but OG. Josh Hart double-double. Shamit hit big shot. Brunson had his normal game. Cat, like, listen, I'm just saying it shouldn't have came down to that. Simple and plain, it should not come down to that. We are relying on the three-point shot too much. Games like last night, Cat should have had 40 easily. But he don't want to get on the block and mix it up. That's just what it is. It's just what it is. I'm putting it all on him. I don't care who don't like it. I don't care who likes it. I'm putting this shit on Cat. Straight up and down. 18 ain't enough, bro. You're not going to get me with, yeah, he had 14 rebounds. None of them should be important. But you know who get important rebounds when they in the game? Mitchell Robinson. No, I'm being for real. And then our defense, Flea losing this all the time. Defense is terrible. Can't stop jack shit. Can't stop jack shit. So come on, man. Come on. They gotta figure this out. It's not too early. It's not too early because as we keep saying it's too early, it's gonna be the All-Star break. Fucking OKC is 15-1. Denver's playing hella great basketball. Lakers is coming along. This shit is for real. It's like I don't know what the fuck people was talking about. When you want to win a championship, you have to be consistent all fucking season. OKC missing Williams. You look like they missing a beat. But Ross ain't all that.
It's a championship level team. It's a champion. They're the champions.
Flea, they missing their second best player. That's not. But they missing their second best player. They missing their second best player.
Denver champions, right?
Denver ain't champions. What are you talking about? That was how long ago? We ain't gonna do that.
2 years. That's it. So all I'm saying is that you naming teams that have had their core together, have reached the mountaintop with that core. Like, so the expectation that you have for this team, and that's where we part ways all the time. You have high expectations, and then you come in here and kick their backs in because they're not reaching the expectations that you have for them. I always tell you, you got to dumb your expectations down for this team.
No.
If we talk about, I mean, it's just for me, it's just not realistic. I don't think that from what I've watched over the years, when you bring in a new head coach, things change. You don't just walk in. It doesn't happen majority of the time. Could anybody in the chat pick out a season that a coach walked in and had a dreams year? Of course, there's anomalies. Of course there are. But on a majority level, when you bring some new shit in, change happens. And when change comes, you may take a step back. And right now, we are 9-5 at the top of the Eastern Conference, figuring shit out. I don't understand what else, how much better we could be. You want us to compare us so much to OKC. OG, we're not OKC. We're not going to be as good as them. I'm going to keep it real. I don't think we're ever going to be as good as them. They are different. They're on a different level.
But what you're saying is, I'm not trying to compare us to OKC. What I'm saying, all right, let me ask y'all a question. Beginning of the season, fully healthy, who y'all thought would be the best team in the East?
Us.
Flea?
Not us.
Who did you have?
But not us.
So who did you have?
I don't know. Fully healthy, somebody else but us, not us. Fully healthy, Boston. Yeah. Fully healthy.
No.
Philly.
No. We know Jason Tatum was hurt. We know Embiid and Paul George. You know, come on, Flea, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm not doing anything. What I'm doing is I'm being consistent from what I said in the summertime. When I came in here in the summertime, I said to y'all, hold on. We are not gonna come. I would not be surprised if we started out 10-10. I said that to y'all. And y'all said I was bugging. Right now we're 9-5, very close to being 10 and like I'm being consistent. I don't expect us to be 15-1 because we was in the Eastern Conference Finals.
So we knew in the beginning of the season, no Jason Tatum, no Halliburton, no Embiid, no Paul George. And Flea, you telling me you still didn't know who should have been the best team in the East?
The best team in the East should be the Knicks, right? Should be. But I'm not gonna say they are because I didn't think that. You asked me who did I have? Not them. Cleveland. That's who I have. Not them.
I think I understand what Flea's saying, but he's playing out like, yo, first year head coach normally doesn't do this. Like the Nick Nurse thing in Toronto, yeah, that was great. It's Kawhi Leonard and his prime with a team that made the Eastern Conference Finals before and got smacked by LeBron. The other one I seen y'all say Joe Mazzulla. Like Boston ain't go to like 2 or 3 Eastern Conference Finals before that guy was there.
The finals. They were in the finals with Udoka. The finals.
We haven't been there. We've been to 1 Eastern Conference Finals in the last couple of years, and I definitely understand what you said, Flea, and I still understand it, but it's more like Cat isn't what everyone was trying to make him out to be. When I had to explain the definition of soft every week on here, which was insane, I would never forgive y'all for that. That was crazy.
That was crazy. I'm sorry.
That was crazy.
I'm sorry I did that to you, my brother. I'm sorry.
That guy in the middle too, like, what does that mean, soft? What'd you say? You got to fight somebody? I know.
He did.
1 year later, and without Mitchell Robinson, how does last night go? It's a different circumstance. We are going crazy. We lost to these bum ass Mavericks. That's what we'd be talking about. Is what it is. Let's get to these super chats, man. Y'all love us, man. Like Snoop Dogg at the Source Awards. JR, thank you for your $4.99.
$4.99.
I know the ladies love it, but I am done watching Yabu's behind on my TV. I know we got a new coach and system, but 16 missed free throws? JR, thanks again. This time for your $1.99. Imagine if that was Luka or Shea taking that layup.
The refs swallow the whistle, become deaf, dumb, and blind. You know what I mean?
Great call.
King Speech, the second seed is Toronto, and y'all panicking. What have you seen from the Knicks against? We haven't played Toronto yet. We will at the end of this road trip. We're about to play Orlando, who really smacked us. Regardless of what that score was, they smacked us. We could not do anything with them. Could not get to where we wanted to get to. All of our losses are pretty bad, except though I think the Miami Heat won in the second half. We came back. What have we shown compared to the Toronto Raptors this year? Forget about the surprise start. The Raptors look good. They look like they can execute the plays that they plan to fucking write on the chalkboard. We don't look that way. That's my biggest problem with this. Like, what play were you running again? You practice that? Oh, shit. We ain't getting it off the way we want to. It doesn't look crisp at all. So I understand the frustration with AllBall saying. How are we not at least crispy with 5-10 of these plays where you got a go-to play? Where's the go-to play at? What the hell is the go-to play? We suck on pick and roll and getting screened. We still suck at that. They are hunting Brunson again, as Flea said last year. Every time. And Cat. When Cat and Brunson are part of a switch on a pick and roll, it is big garbage.
Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a quick question. Last night at the end of the game, they went offense, defense, like most coaches do when a game is tight. You go offense to get a good shot, and then you get your defensive guys in there if there's a free throw or something like that. How do y'all feel about the fact that our two best players have to get pulled off the court when they go offense, defense? How y'all feel about that? Let me just ask that. And the fucking chat. How do y'all feel about our two best players have to get pulled off the court when we go offense, defense in close game situations?
Didn't Pop for Tim Duncan before off the court?
I asked you a question.
I'm just saying.
He made it. What does that mean? What does that mean?
No, I'm just saying. I don't feel no way about it. I don't care about none of that.
Okay.
We all know they bad defenders. But Flea, we know they bad defenders.
No, He's asking he's asking a very important question. It's not like this is Dallas. This is the Lakers, and
we are a very, very cocky bunch, man. Like we did some shit. Okay,
we did. We just came from the Eastern Conference Finals, which we ain't been in how long? Cool. We did do some shit. What are you talking about?
All right, you're right.
Because you follow history, and I thought the last couple of years, the teams that was in the conference finals went to the finals the next season. So we did do some shit. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like we ain't do nothing. We did something that hasn't been done in a long time. And we sitting up here acting like we gonna be the same people. Everybody in the chat, this is gonna be January, February. You know what niggas gonna be saying? Yo, we're still early, man. Why y'all panicking? Bruh, fix this shit. Get it together now, because this is the only window we have to compete and win a championship. I don't give a fuck about what Toronto was doing. I ain't scared of no Toronto. First it was Detroit. Now we bigging up Toronto. Hey, get the fuck out of here. I ain't going for none of that shit. Cut it out. Cut it out, man.
I don't like it. I don't like the fact that we got to take 2 out of our 5 starters off the court in crunch time minutes for defensive purposes. Usually big teams. I mean, the Lakers might struggle with this because Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic and LeBron James. Well, LeBron's a better defender than both of them. But Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic, maybe they have to go through that with JJ Redick. But he's proven to see around these things. I don't like it though. And when you pointed it out, it's like, yo, we're talking about championship. And how are we subbing them out? That's why I'm saying, why was Mitchell Robinson out of the game during the biggest defensive possession of the game? And maybe Jalen Brunson's at the free throw line. You can't take him out. So how can we up this defensive pressure without OG and Anunoby? Who are the best defenders on the team? It's Mitch and it's OG. Why is one of them off the court when he's healthy and he's playing? So I don't like it at all whatsoever, Flea, because that means you have to constantly think about sitting them the hell down and sub them at times and create chaos in a time where you need to be poised. You need to know what the hell you're going to do, and constantly taking in and out of a game, I would imagine, can cause some overthinking during a time where you should not be overthinking unless you think differently.
Look, I'm gonna end with this. This is all I have to say. At one point, coaching creativity came from assessing your team, looking at what you have, and implementing a plan to go with your team's strengths, right? You didn't look at another team and say, I'm going to do what they do just because I like it and I don't give a fuck about my personnel. If you go back and look at the best teams of all time, all of them were uniquely styled. They just did different things and they went with the strengths of their team. That's all I have to say about the Knicks. If you niggas love shooting 50 to 63s a game because it looks good and 3 is more than 2, by all means, go ahead. But it will never be good getting a 3-point shot when you on a 2-on-1 fast break. It's not. I don't give a fuck what basketball looks like today. It ain't a good shot. It's a poor shot. And lastly, your 2 best players cannot be bad on defense. It's just bottom line. It's just bottom line. We got to stop thinking, oh, okay, they know we bad on defense. So be better. Why is that acceptable? Why are we acting like that's acceptable is my point. Why are we acting like
just real quick,
they shouldn't be challenged to be better? That don't make no sense to me.
Now, that's a great point. I agree. And we all know, Kendrick Perkins broke it down, I think, last season, which is a bad thing when, at their positions, Brunson and Cat is the worst at their positions, right? But what about the team as a whole? Now, I'm not sticking up for Brunson and Cat. But what about Bridges with his great defense? What is Hart doing on defense? What is everybody else doing on defense?
Those guys look fabulous thus far on defense, if we're being honest.
They
All
look
of those
fabulous?
guys look way better.
So playing against Dallas, going down to the wire.
If you want to isolate those 2 guys and start comparing who's playing better defense or who's not, Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges are playing way better defense than your 2 best players. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And
Don't
Josh
do that.
Hart,
They're doing their job. They're doing their job defensively.
What,
Don't do that.
What job? Hold on. What job are they doing if we're getting cooked on defense every night? What job are they doing if we playing against Dallas and it goes down to the wire? So Cat and Brunson men is the only guys that score all the points. What about everybody else? What great job are they doing, Flea?
What do you mean? Go. You been watching? You ain't been watching? You ain't been watching? I mean, what do you mean? I would sound like a broken record. I would sound like a broken record right now. Like,
hold on.
You're not even being like, what?
How? No, because y'all up here full of shit. Are we good defensively as a team? Yes or no? Right there.
No.
So that's all I'm saying. As a team, we're not good defensively.
You're not saying nothing. But you're running from me challenging our two best players on the defensive end. You have yet to comment on that. You want that to be acceptable. It shouldn't be acceptable. If Michael Jordan was trash on defense, we would say that. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
We never hold on. We up here on Knicks Rehab. We never challenged Cat and Brunson's defense.
Yes. But what I'm saying is, you said a few minutes ago, they not good on defense. It is what it is. And I'm saying that shouldn't be acceptable. We should not be talking about Hart, Bridges, or role players. We should be highlighting and worrying about what they're doing. When I'm saying if our two best players are not capable of getting one stop at the end of the game, we got to take them out the game. That's my concern. What the fuck are we not? How is that? Why are we not understanding that? That's insane to me. If my best player, I got to take him off the floor because he's going to get hunted on the other side of the ball. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. We got to have some fucking pride at some point. Stop this shit.
And the best player and the second best player.
You got to have some fucking pride. You getting your ass bust. Have some pride and get a stop.
Yo, y'all are so disingenuous. Like y'all acting like that never happens in the NBA. I'm not making excuses for them. Us as a team defensively is terrible. Yeah, y'all can laugh and do all that all you want.
I agree with you.
As a team, we are terrible defensively. Is Cat and Brunson terrible? Yes. Do they have to get better? Hell yeah. But as a team, we are terrible. Terrible. Everybody has to take blame. Those two need to take more blame. I agree. That don't mean Hart and all them other niggas get left off the hook. No.
But that's not what we're doing. I simply asked, are y'all okay in late game situations not being able to rely on your two best players to get stops? That's all I asked. And everybody's like, they don't play defense. It's okay. Okay, fine.
And I think even in the Lakers scenario, they're having fun and they're balling out, and they got three guys that are at this point in their careers, they're not playing defense. Luka Doncic has never been known to be a defender. Austin Reeves, they're all supposed to be cones, but their 11-4 or their record, it looks stronger than ours. It just does. I don't care if they shot 40 free throws against Utah, bro. They're taking advantage of all this. Their superstars are playing like superstars. Austin Reeves is now climbing up an MVP ladder. That's crazy. Where's Karl-Anthony Towns on the MVP conversation? So if you're going to be that bad defensively, what are we doing offensively to make up for all this? That's my biggest issue, because you're known for offense, right? We know you don't play defense, and we know you play offense. Where that shit at? Where's it at? That's my big. He's the best big man shooter of all time. What? This is at some point. When is Cat gonna feel embarrassed? We keep talking about this shit. I don't want to see your girl on social media too much. She gave you a call. None of that shit, bro. You in New York, bro. I don't want to see none of that shit. I don't want to get disrespectful, but it is what it is. Then you sitting there, homeboy's telling you, making fun of his voice. Yeah. Why does he have this dual personality? We want to see one guy on that court going crazy. If you're not gonna be a great defender, where is the all NBA, all MVP type of scorer? He hasn't been that. So I agree with you, Flea, about your two best players not being able to play defense. That doesn't hurt as much as the fact that you're not killing on the offensive end. Cat is not killing. I haven't seen nothing really dominant consistently all year. Nothing on the offensive end. That is always going to hurt more because he's such a great scorer and such a great passer. That shit is frustrating. I guess, call me crazy, but me personally, I like to keep my eyes on the prize, baby. Bye-bye. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I can make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Hope you didn't have Jalen Brunson with more than 6 free throws yesterday. You would have been wrong. But guess what? Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Join millions of users and sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. You know that, Flea. Hold up.
We shall see.
We got enough time for the reaction, or what you want to do?
We shall see.
About 10, 15 minutes. I got a few minutes. Yeah. I'm just disappointed, man. In the chat, just it's just like, when are we just gonna be like, okay, let's the excuses, man. It's just every year it's excuses with our Knicks, man, and I'm just over this shit. Like, I'm over it. We not playing championship level style basketball, and we all, besides Fleet, we all kind of agree, this season we should be the better team in the East. And we should, be looking like we championship contention. And it just seems like game after game is just excuse after excuse, and I'm just tired of this shit, man. I don't give a fuck about the new coach. I don't care about none of that. Majority of the times, we are the better team out there, and we're playing like shit. And like I said, last night was just a bad win. I'm sorry, and I just don't get it. I don't get, like, how people could just continue to just be okay with, if we don't get to a championship, we just gonna be fine with that. I'm sick of that mindset. Come on, man. We should be the better team in the East, and it should be clear cut. Yeah, I know we had some injuries early on, but Brunson is back. In some games he was out. Some of them games we should have won. So I just feel like, listen, man, we need to step it up a notch. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not going for no excuses this season. If we don't win it this year, I don't know when the fuck we ever gonna have an opportunity to win it. So that's why I'm just like, listen, man, let's get it done. Let's get it done.
Well, sounds like other stars in the league are saying the same thing for different reasons. LaMelo Ball apparently is open to being traded from the Charlotte Hornets, as per Kelly Eichel. Ball has grown increasingly frustrated amid Charlotte's 4-11 start. Seems to be kind of crazy for a guy who hasn't done anything to be asking for a trade. I think he did tweet out a response to it and put like a clown emoji. Not sure if that was really his account. And here we are. Hold on, who's this from the Charlotte Hornets? It's their news desk. Whoever you are, is a guy, Jake Fisher, I think from Yahoo. I can tell you with absolute certainty that the Charlotte Hornets are not actively looking to move LaMelo Ball anytime. Let's see what he had to gotta say.
I can tell you with absolute certainty that the Hornets are not actively looking to move LaMelo Ball anytime soon, and that everyone involved in this situation, from LaMelo Ball himself to Hornets executives to people on that coaching staff, just like other teams that have been depleted due to injury right now, they want to see what this group could look like with Brandon Miller actually in the fold, with a full lineup, especially with Conka Nipple being an immediate sniper right away. So
a shooter.
Yes. Rival executives are absolutely believing and preparing for a potential LaMelo Ball trade candidacy before the February 5th trade deadline. But LaMelo Ball is not asking out, to my understanding, and the Hornets are not actively looking to move him by any stretch right now.
Well, you heard it there from Jake Fisher. I think he works for maybe he's with Bleach Report now. LaMelo Ball has played 4 or 5 years already, all ball. You hear mixed reports now, and then you hear players saying one thing 1 second, and the next minute they'll say something else where they're, cursing out Stephen A. Smith, saying, "Yo, nobody said that. You're a clown." And then the next minute we see that it was true. What do you feel about LaMelo Ball asking for a trade at this point in his career, with the Charlotte Hornets being as bad as they are?
I mean, this was hot on social media on a lot of legit platforms. So I agree with what you just said. At this point, people can say what they want. Oh, we didn't hear this, didn't hear that. So how did it get out? That doesn't just poof come out of nowhere, right? But it's for me, it's comical, right? That's why Gilbert Arenas, and I would love for us to react to that maybe one day this week. They was talking about the Kay Cunningham situation. Did y'all see that?
No.
So so just brief. Gilbert is bringing up like Kay just signed to Nike, and that Nike,
I did see that. I did
right,
see that.
and Nike wants they Detroit needs to be careful because Nike may want him to be in a bigger market, things of that nature, and it's like why is guys not taking the Kay Cunningham approach where it's like stay down, work hard, step your game up, and now look at Kay with the Detroit Pistons. Because let's be for real, when he got drafted, there was some questions. He was injury prone, right? And then at one time they wasn't even talked about or respected, but now look, right? So for me with the LaMelo Ball situation, let's just be for real. No one cares. For him to, be like, no one cares. You're part of the problem that the Charlotte Hornets are bad. These players today do not care about the game of basketball. Let's start being honest. The game is bad. You don't see these guys working out. You don't see these guys lifting. All you see these guys do is be models on social media. So be it. But how are you going to make your team and your organization better? How? Watch a guy like Kay Cunningham get it out the mud. And now look, Kay Cunningham could have said this 2-3 years ago. He was a #1 draft pick. Yo, I want out, but nah, I'm gonna stay down. I'm gonna thug it out. Now look, I'm one of the best players in the NBA. You know why? They putting in the work. All these guys that got millions of followers on social media, where that's their life, bro. They don't care about the game. So a guy like LaMelo Ball, let's be realistic. You could tell he don't care. This shit is a toy to him. And it's like that with a lot of these guys. And it's just sad that a lot of them, as soon as they hit adversity, they want to run. But you see some guys that's thugging it out. Like I said, I think Kay Cunningham is a perfect example of a player that's getting it out the mud, going through the fire, putting that work in, and now you see what it is. Superstar. Now considered one of the best players in the NBA, has his team in contention to really make some noise. While on the flip side, you got LaMelo Ball with all the talent in the world, but can give two shits about basketball. They putting it in our face, balls. So this ain't nothing made up. We watch the game. Everybody watching these guys' lives on social media. You could tell who cares and who don't. So for me, listen, man. It's just sad what the game is turning into. And for LaMelo Ball to act out of Charlotte, no disrespect, but who gives a fuck? I don't think nobody cares. I don't think nobody's going to go crazy to go get him. His contract is a little nuts. Like I said, I think Golden State missed out on getting him because he was the best player available. But at this point, organizations, like I said, I don't know if he's a winning player, great talent, but listen, man, for these players to really be like, yo, I want out because we're losing. If you're the best player on the team, fix it. Fix it. Work harder. Get your game better and fix the problem. But it's comical to me. I'm sorry I took so long, but I love this game, and I'm just watching these guys they destroying the game that we all fell in love with as kids, man. And this shit is starting to be difficult to watch. Like, seriously. And so for guys that's, like I said, who's LaMelo to really say, I want out? What? What? Man. Like, it's different if it's one of the big dogs. I get it, but nah, man. These guys, they making it too easy for them, Philly. Guys say they want out. They go where they want to go. Still don't win. Ain't no pressure. These niggas may not never be never win a playoff series, never get to the playoffs. They're gonna get everything they want. Get the fuck out of here. You think, nah. Stay your ass in Charlotte and thug it out. Straight up. That's how I look at it. Stay where you at. Put some work in first. Have some playoff success or playoff failures. See that they can't get you the proper help or whatever it is. And then ask out. But to be asking out this early, nah, you just want to have your cake and eat it too. Nah. These niggas is fucking the game up, man. I hate it.
LaMelo Ball. He's averaging 21.6 a game, 3.7 turnovers. That hasn't really changed all his whole career. He's averaging 3.3 his whole career. Career high in assists, 9.6 of those, 6.9 rebounds a game. That's a career high. But he's shooting 42% from the field. 38% from the field, 38.5%, and damn near 30% from the 3-point line. And obviously the Charlotte Hornets are just terrible. And with this kind of news, like we mentioned earlier, everyone always denies it. But what's your feeling on this? Because you kind of always have the point of view of a player where it's like, yo, what the hell should you be saying and what should you be thinking when you have this definitely all-star talent? But what are your thoughts?
I think it's a little premature for him to be talking like this, right? I thought he was a player on his way to, if he ever got into position, then he can talk like this. But you're talking about a guy who was an all-star in his second year, right? And then after his second year, he played, I think, like 75 games that year. He hasn't even cracked 50 games over the last 3 seasons, I think. So you're talking about a guy who hasn't been healthy for the last 3 seasons. He hasn't helped elevate the team, right? We're talking about a top 2, top 3 draft pick. He hasn't helped elevate the team. They haven't sniffed the postseason. They haven't sniffed a play-in. They actually have it, fellas, chat. They actually have it where the 10th seed can actually make the playoffs now. So you could just be a 10th seed and actually volley to get into the playoffs. And they're not even that, right? They've consistently drafted in the lottery since they've drafted him. So it's not like they're in the mix. So that's one thing about him. I don't think he is a winning type player right now. But on the other side of it, Charlotte is a poorly ran organization as well. And I don't think a lot of teams get the flack that they're supposed to get for how poorly run they are, right? These players get kicked in the back. But guess what? Detroit has always been a properly run franchise. They hit snides, they hit tough times throughout, their tenure. But for the most part, they are a competent ran franchise. So I'm glad Cade is staying and toughing it out. Charlotte has been shit for a very long time. They haven't been ran well. Our favorite player, everybody's GOAT ran out. They said, I got to get the fuck out of here. I don't even want to do this shit no more. Here, sell this shit. Y'all take it. Do y'all thing. I don't want to do this shit no more. Like, Charlotte Hornets are not well run. So I don't think he should be speaking like this, right? He should be coming from a perspective of, I got to do what I got to do to help get us to the next level. And the next level should be respectability. Maybe it's not even playoffs, but just a respectable team when they come into the gym. It's like, oh shit, we got the Hornets tonight, y'all. Like, we gotta play tough because they're gonna bring it to us. We playing the Hornets tomorrow, right? When do we got the Hornets? In a couple of days? And that's a scheduled win, I feel, for us. Those are one of the teams that I feel like when we got them, right?
Next week, next Wednesday, 26th.
Okay, so that's coming up. That's right around the corner, right before Thanksgiving. We should kick up on them and then go get some turkey, right? So they're just a poorly ran franchise. I don't think LaMelo Ball is a winning player. However, who he is and what I could potentially see happening for his career is something like a Jason Williams. Y'all remember White Chocolate, right? White Chocolate, super flashy, super talented, had a great Sacramento team, right? But the Sacramento team couldn't get over the hump. They weren't really that great with him. They trade him, they bring in Mike Bibby, and now the sky's the limit for that Sacramento team. But on the flip side of it, now you find Jason Williams in the Grizzlies, and you find him under Hubie Brown. And now they transformed that team into a playoff style team. So I think coaching matters too. LaMelo Ball needs to get under some good tutelage, some good coaching, some veterans, and it could quickly turn around. For me, I loved White Chocolate, but I didn't consider him a winning player. And Sacramento knew they wasn't going to win with him. So now you switch things up and you bring in Bibby and things look different. But like I said, at the same time, he got put into a situation where he got a real coach, Hubie Brown, a real fucking coach. We're gonna get you right. And I just think, LaMelo Ball would do well under a Kerr, would do well under a Udoka, would do well under a Tibbs. Like the style of coach that is gonna push you and is gonna hold you accountable. He hasn't had one of those guys yet.
Mm. I think the coach is Charles Lee, who was on the Boston bench during their championship run. Keep forgetting the school where he went to. I don't think it was VCU, but he went to school on a non-guaranteed scholarship, or before they even offered scholarships. And he just seems to be a hard worker. Just wasn't sure, like you said, does he have the Joe Mazzulla personality that we know is kind of crazy? And the Tibbs of the world that don't accept anything. I think of Bill Parcells. Think of Tom Coughlin when he got Tiki Barber to stop fumbling in New York as a New York Giant. And it was that personality that was like, yo, you got to do it like this. And, LaMelo, we all were rooting for him because of his father. And this seems to be, his father's been quiet lately. God bless him. I know he went, I think he had his foot amputated from, the diabetes, the struggle with diabetes. And just seems to be someone who got, propelled two of his kids to be help propel two of his kids to be on a professional level. You just hate to see someone squander an opportunity, especially being older, outside looking in. There's so many reasons for us to be like, yo, you need to do this, you need to do that. And it's that kid's personality is what got him on that court. And I'm pretty sure that I don't think he doesn't care about basketball. Like, he has too much fun playing basketball. A lot comes from it. I did wish he did act like he cared about it more, of course, but he's so super talented. Great passes, just to be that big, to move at that speed, to catch the passes that he does. Not sure how he understands the game too much. And the number one thing that sucks about this, that Jason Williams comparison is spot on, Flea, is the fact that when you got a player like this in any sport, just a person like this in life, when you seem to be that fearless and you squander being fearless by just being reckless, this is what happens. Like, that's what we mean by you don't really fully understand what you have. Like, all-star level, he can be all NBA. That kid he's super talented. And for the fact that he's a fringe, he can't even make an all-star team. He's fringe. I think he made one maybe, but so fun to watch. Go watch the Jason Kidd highlight. Go watch these guys, Magic Johnson. Go watch the guys that played at that speed and were able to just impact the game where you could really talk your shit. Because you talk a lot of shit. That's another problem with him. You talk way too much. Way too much for a guy who's a loser. You lose all the time. And you could be in the conversations with these guys, the John Morants of the world, all of them. This is a similar path with John Morant. He just never had the team that John Morant had. He doesn't have, John Morant had more individual success, but I think Cade Cunningham was pretty lucky in Detroit too, because they had some nepotism going on with that organization where they were hiring their cousins and their little brothers and their mom's, best friend. They were doing a lot over there in Detroit, Flea. So they came around, got everything going, made the right coaching change, made the right draft pick calls. Cade Cunningham has come along, and Jalen Duren's going bananas. They don't have that in Charlotte. They didn't make the right coaching change because they made a coaching change. The kid is hurt too, the two guard.
Charles Lee, do my homework on him, but thank you for saying that. Conference Player of the Year at Bucknell. He was a dog. I ain't know he was like that. I'm gonna do some homework. Yeah. He was like that.
But I don't know if it translates, because again, I think it's a different skill set to have. Flea play ball, but Flea talking basketball is pretty cool too. So it's like that's what makes you dynamic. I want to see LaMelo Ball talk that shit and play ball, and you're not doing both. You're not doing both, especially being as popular as he is. He sells sneakers, bro.
Yeah, people love him. People love that kid.
He's a fun guy. I would love to see. All of us would love to see. Look what happened with Cade, where he was kind of down. Look what happened with Brunson. Brunson is nowhere near as talented as LaMelo Ball, and he honed in. And we can't even compare parents. They're both basically the same thing. We just don't hear Rick Brunson as much. LaMelo Ball ain't playing. LaVar Ball is not playing any games. We just know LaMelo's a knucklehead. Clearly, just a knucklehead, and it's sad. We want to see him do better, man. He's super talented kid, man. Hopefully, maybe it's not true. Stick it out over there and turn Charlotte around, because that will be the sick story. Now you going to some new team because Nike said so or Puma said so, or what the hell you signed with. That's not what's going to help things, because you might go to a new team and then what? Where you going to go? Charlotte's a big time. Like, they love sports. They are supporters of Charlotte Hornets, the original Charlotte Hornets, and they support their football teams. They just suck. But damn, Flea.
Lance Stevenson is more talented than Jalen Brunson, too, OG. He's more talented than him. Okay? He's not a better player. He's more talented than him, though. Okay, OG? Okay? He's more talented. Lance Stevenson is more talented than Jalen Brunson. He's not the better player.
Anytime I have a comparison with Jalen Brunson to bring it back to reality, I don't even look at AllBall's way.
Anytime somebody say something about Jalen Brunson, he be ready to go crazy. LaMelo Ball is more talented. What's wrong with you?
Hold on. Because I'm from New York, so big shout out Lance. Watched him at 14 years old, play at Kingdom, and went through a lot of them games at Lincoln, and so much respect to him. How is he more talented than Jalen Brunson? I would just love for you to break it down in 30 seconds, please, if you could.
Just natural talent. Jalen Brunson is a hell of a hard worker. He worked hard. He's an undersized guard, and he has to work hard at being good. Lance Stevenson was naturally talented. Roll the ball out there, left hand, right hand layups, a great ball handler, could shoot it, already has the size, right? Beat his matchup no matter what. That's just talent. But then when you put the hard work in, it's like Brunson dwarfs him when we talking about players. But just natural talent and ability, playing above the rim. Brunson can't do that. Lance Stevenson can. I'm just throwing out a name. I'm like, respectfully, like, fuck Lance right now, because he ain't. It's not even a question with him and Jalen Brunson. But just natural talent. Yes, he's more talented than Brunson.
So I'm gonna just say this. I respectfully disagree. I don't want to have this argument on there, but like I said, that's what YouTube is for. Guys, y'all can YouTube Jalen Brunson's high school and AAU highlights. You can YouTube his college highlights, and you can YouTube his NBA highlights. That's all I'm gonna say. It's no knock to Lance, but I give you the LaMelo Ball thing, right? But get us out of here, man. You raising my blood pressure, man. Get us out of here, man.
Ball suckers.
We live.
These niggas up here raising niggas' blood pressure.
J.R. Smith is more talented than Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, listen, I agree. J.R. Smith is more talented than a lot of players. I'm not arguing that.
So then why you draw the line at Lance Stevenson?
Because I don't think he's more talented. Because as talented as he is, I don't think he's more talented. I just don't. Sorry.
I think he's more athletic, just way lower IQ. Brunson versus Stephon Marbury. We can look forward to that being a different argument for a different day.
We had these discussions, man. I'm not doing that to myself. For me, and this is, I'm not going back and forth for my brother. No, I'm just saying, like, for people in the chat, sometimes, it's what we like. It's what we're used to. And I just feel that a guy like Brunson, people just, and not saying you, Fleece, has nothing to do with you. I just think a lot of people, even like the basketball world, the savants, the people that play the game at a high level, the people that was right there, he's so humble and so low and so quiet, and he's not loud that they gloss over how good he is. And like I said, when you see his AAU highlights, he's doing all the things everybody else was doing. Dropping niggas, snatchbacks, handles crazy, doing all that. The only thing is he ain't dunking. But he's doing everything else. Everything else.
I think we just confuse talent and skill a lot. When we say talent, we probably mean potential. Lance looked like a truck. He looked crazy. In high school and in Cincinnati, he looked bananas. Where was Lance drafted?
Huh? You said where was he drafted?
Yeah, what pick?
Indiana.
No, I'm saying he's a 40th overall pick. He was a second rounder.
Second round. He was a second round pick.
He shouldn't have been a second rounder. Like
so was Brunson.
Right, but I'm saying his talent. We know why Brunson was drafted in the second round. It's not Brunson's fault why he was drafted in the second round.
It's not. But LB, hold on. LB is wrong. It is not athleticism. Talent, athleticism, skill are all different things. They are not all the same thing. There's a lot of niggas that are talented that don't even play basketball. I could name a billion niggas that had way more talent than me, but I was a better player because I just worked harder. Niggas just didn't like the game, but they were talented at the game. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not athleticism. Because you big don't make you athletic. Brunson had to work hard because he's a smaller guard. Like,
athleticism is a part of potential. But you could be done.
But Lance, the reason why Lance, everybody know why he slipped, to the second round, just they considered him a head case and he had some things going on. Because he would have definitely been a first round draft pick.
But that's what I mean by, again, pure talent. Like, you seen that guy walking down the street and be like, yo, you don't play basketball? What team you play for? That's the first question you ask. If you seen Jalen Brunson walking down the block, you go, like, all right.
Yeah,
but that's what we're talking about. It's just natural talent. When you see them, the first thing you think is like, oh shit, he's mad big. He better be nice. And when he bums it up, you're like, yo, bro, you are fucking up everything about everything that God gave you. All of it blowing in LeBron's ear. What was Lance doing?
Trying to stay out there on the floor, trying to muck shit up,
That was nuts. We will be back. I think that's Saturday night. Hold on, Saturday we supposed to. The fight is on.
It's a big fight.
Might be reporting from a nice little location. Flea. You know what I'm saying? You might be dolo for Knicks Rehab Saturday night, Flea. I might join you.
With me?
Yeah, you.
Okay. See y'all Saturday.
Ooh. Will Do-Rag be there?
I'll be here. Whatever accessories I bring. I'll be here.
Yo, man.
Couldn't even see me wink just now.
I felt mad. Like I know what you be saying to the ladies now. Like I felt it. I was like, oh, whatever accessories. That's very curious.
I won't be saying that to the ladies, man.
I'm getting out of here, man. I don't know what's going on. Y'all have a good night.
You got me staying out the way, man. Good night, all.
Yeah.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.